Alright, I guess we are live. Let me quickly invite a few people and let everybody know that we are live here on YouTube. Give me a quick second. Well, if somebody comes in online already, stick around. Channel live here. Okay, great. I'll just mute myself. Facebook. Join if you can. Actually, a great thumbnail right here. Great. Let's keep it at that. Alright folks, who is here? Who is here? Let me know in the comments because I cannot see anything. Alright. Well, I'm here only for a very short time. Just wanted to say hello, 𝐌𝐞𝐸𝐺𝐻. Hey bro, what's up? How's it going? Hi. Which place are you in right now? Just curious. Alright, well. Oh, we've got 3 folks here. Awesome. I'll just wait till 3 minutes. So if somebody is joining in later, just skip ahead to 3 minutes time and we will start at that moment in about 40 seconds. Hey man, great to see you here as well. Thank you so much for joining in and finding the time for it. It's gonna be very short, like this is not a very long live stream. It's gonna be super quick. I'm not here for a presentation or something. Just wanted to say hello and see what's up with you all. Who's doing prod research, by the way? Because this is the time to do prod research. Like this is exactly when you should be doing prod research daily. Wow. Thank you so much for the 2 likes that I've received. Whoever is watching it later in time, don't forget to like the video. And we're gonna start now because it's 3 minutes and I'm not gonna wait any longer. Yeah folks, so just wanted to give you a quick heads up because I think a lot of people are waiting for the Amazon FBA PPC course that I was telling you all about, and it is ready. I've already shot it. It's all ready. It's the first part is ready, and that basically walks you through from the very beginning, from the ground zero, and teaches you exactly what Amazon PPC is all about. How does it work? Okay, what do you need to know? What do you need to not know? The fundamentals, because it's absolutely very important to know the fundamentals. And it's also going to tell you, I'm also going to walk you through a lot of advanced things that Amazon has changed in the past 4 months. Amazon made changes and added a lot of features in November, and it has finally finalized a lot of changes in January and made a lot of changes in their backend when you're setting up your ads. So I'm going to talk about those things in the course, and it's for free. All right, you all don't have to pay a dime for that, so don't worry about that. But yeah, if somebody is watching it at a later time and you want to be notified when the course goes live, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay, and hit that notification bell. And I will put my messenger link down below, so don't forget to click on that messenger link. All right, that reminds me, I'm actually I have to update my default description. I have a course link over there. Don't click on that. That's a filthy ass, foolish, stupid course. Don't click on that course link. Anyways, so what's up? What's up with you all? I wasn't expecting these many people anyways, and that's what's going on. Apart from that, so that was my PPC course update. Apart from that, I'm actually doing prod research. I have found a couple of products. I hope It's not written anywhere over here. Yeah, it's not. So anyways, I found a couple of products which are lined up. I've already ordered samples for one of the products. Today I'm gonna create a document which I call market evaluation document, and a product requirements document. These are the two documents that I create when I find a product. Okay, so the market evaluation document, I call it MED. In that document, I basically list down everything about that product's market and niche. All right, I list down all the products that I can probably add in the future targeting the same market, and I also list down all the basically all the reviews that I read, and if I see any trends around product features that people are demanding for, I write them all down in that document. All right, then I also create a product research document, a product requirements document, PRD. I'm just talking about product research all the time. So I create a PRD, product requirements document, which is something that I usually share with my suppliers going forward. And in that document, I list down everything about the product. I collect a lot of references from all the listings that are there on Amazon which are selling well, and I curate all those information. I write product descriptions. I write everything that I figure out by reading the reviews from the existing products. I especially read the negative reviews, the 1, 2 and 3 star reviews, and figure out what people are not liking or what are the problems the product has. And I also read a lot of 4 and 5 reviews so that I can figure out what are the features that people are absolutely loving, so that I don't mess with them. So yeah, those are the two things that I do, which I don't think anybody teaches you. All right, so that's absolutely unique to my process. And unfortunately, I don't have a course now, so I cannot really document everything and share with you all ASAP. But I'm working on that, and right now you just have to subscribe to my YouTube channel, be in my group, and sub to my ManyChat bot, so that whatever I have, okay, I'm trying to share as much information as possible. And in April, I think I'm gonna be uploading a video a day, right? So every day for the next 30 days in April, however short the video is, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be coming in front of you every day, and we are also going to continue the live streams because I think this is absolutely valuable for you and me both. This one particularly wasn't planned, and I did not expect to get a lot of questions anyway, so it's all cool. I really appreciate whoever has joined in. Thank you so much for joining in. And if you have anything to say, you can. This is the time. Otherwise, I will be on my way in the next 2-3 minutes. Yeah, man, Vova. Yeah, if you're watching this, I am really struggling in growing my channel in United States. I think it's a little bit about me, and maybe I am the roadblock, but I cannot change my face or change my accent in one day, so we have to deal with that, and I have to deal with that, and I have to still try my best to grow in United States, Canada, and all of these places where people are just going crazy about this business model. And that's where the real attention is also, because anyways, like, I'm actually selling in the United States marketplace, so all of my information is absolutely valid for the people who live there, but I'm really struggling to grow my channel over there. And if somebody can help me with that, I would really appreciate it. Other than that, it's all good. Just hustling hard. What's up? Okay, thank you so much, man. Alright guys, whoever has watched it till now, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button before you leave the video. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel, because it really has a lot of valuable content. I think nobody is doing live streams right now in this space, and I don't see a lot of sellers who are selling, coming in live and helping out people as in present, without just making random videos on random topics. So yeah, this is something special on this channel, so I would appreciate if you can just share this USP of the channel with as many people as you can. And yeah, today I'm wearing this Republic of Sellers t-shirt. Let me know if anybody wants it. I'm gonna actually update this because this actually, a little bit, it actually went a little bit too much towards the left. It's not looking that great. It should be somewhere over here and a little bigger probably. But yeah, everything happens in iteration. Nothing is perfect at first, and that's another valuable insight from my mind. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I think you joined in. Who's that? Adit, hey bud. Any point of view on Payoneer versus Hyperwallet for receiving funds from Amazon? I don't know about Hyperwallet. I have never heard of it. You just mentioned to me for the very first time. And if you're listening to me, I think you should always just stick to Payoneer right now, at least, because they're just more stable. They have proper affiliations with Amazon. So I don't think anything can go wrong with Payoneer. And I usually prefer to pick the options, whether it's my supplier, whether it's my shipping agent, whether it's a payment gateway or a payment service provider like Payoneer. I prefer things which are simple, and so that I keep myself out of the equation, and I also don't stress out on those things. So even if Hyperwallet is probably giving you an extra discount or some lower percentage or whatever, in the long run you don't know how are they going to perform. Payoneer has been there forever now. I first used them around, I think, in 2014, and they are still kicking live, right? So don't worry about it. And if anybody wants to register for Payoneer, let me know. I will get you registered. You'll have to use my link, but I've got my links in the Payoneer team, so I can get you connected with them, and you can kind of like have a point of contact, and it's a win-win. Christopher Lee. Hey, Christopher. Hi. So, what niche? So, I don't have an answer for that. Honestly, I will not give you a random answer just because I have to. There is no such thing. There's no such advice that I can give you that go and pick that niche because it's just too hot. All right. Honestly, every niche has a sub niche in it. That means there's a product in every niche which can really make a lot of money, and you can make a sustainable business around it. I would tell you, my advice and my 2 cents for that question's answer would be follow the numbers. Okay, just follow the numbers. If you see a market which has demand, if you see a market which has a product which you can private label and sell and build a brand around and grow sustainably, and of course, never pick something that's going to be very short-lived. Pick something that once you start putting in your effort can at least grow for a couple of years, at least to the minimum. So yeah, just pick any niche. Okay, you might need to avoid the categories which are obviously blocked. Okay, but apart from that, just pick any niche, any product. You should also feel a little bit inspired with it. All right, so don't pick a product which you don't feel inspired about and you don't feel that you can chase it down to success, because then if things go south and if you face any difficulties, you might just not put in your 100%. So I always keep doing that. I always find a lot of products which seemingly have great numbers and great margins and everything, but just because I don't feel that connect with that product, I don't prefer chasing it, because I just don't think that I'll be able to monetize well on that or build a brand around it, just because it just doesn't come to me. So yeah, pair that up. Okay, numbers plus a little bit of your interest, and whatever niche it is, just go ahead with it. Your numbers should work out. That is it. That is the bottom line. All right, I hope I've answered your question, Christopher. Are you still banned on Amazon, and how fast did you overcome that? So yeah, one of my videos, I think if that was the one which I had shot in November, I was down for about 7 days. Okay, but those 7 days felt like a century, and it was due to some product certifications. I got it resorted. Okay, and I was back online and selling that product by November 28th, and I did make about $180,000 in revenue with that product after it came back online in November. All right, but then Amazon changed some policies in 2019, and it was put down once again around January 13th, and then it took me about 50 days to get that sorted out, because I don't know, they're just too lazy around the Q1. So yeah, but now it's back online. Right now it's been about 12 to 15 days it's been online, and I'm trying to just get that traction back, because because I was out for about 50 days, I've lost a lot of my ranking and that sales velocity that people talk about. So I have to like regain all of those things by putting in a lot of effort in terms of marketing. So I'm doing that right now, but it's absolutely live. I think it will still sustain another year. What are the legal workflow you are following? My payment process is a bit complicated right now, but bottom line, I'm using Payoneer. So I have a Payoneer account which is affiliated with a company. That company is not owned by me right now. It's owned by a friend of mine. So the money flows from Amazon to this US facing bank account which Payoneer provides, and that's where my money is. And in the US facing Payoneer account, they can actually hold the money, which is not the case if you are from India or in some other countries. Payoneer doesn't have the option of holding the capital that comes into its wallet or account, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, in my scenario, my money is absolutely inside Payoneer. It is a bit complicated after that, but yeah, bottom line, it's in Payoneer. And guys, if you want to register for Payoneer, I would appreciate if you can reach out to me and get the link from me to register on Payoneer, because that way I can get you connected with somebody in the Payoneer team as well, and basically we both win. Well, I wasn't expecting to stick around for this long. Thanks to you guys, I'm all here. All right, I guess there are no more questions coming in right now. I hope I've answered your question, Christopher. If you have any more questions, post them down below in the comments. What is the best way to find products that have low quality listing? I don't usually look for something like that specifically. I just look for products which have demand and market, and obviously like there should not be like if I see all of the sellers with 5-star rating and there's just nothing wrong with that product, obviously it's going to be very difficult for you to get in. So you should basically just look for products and see if there are products on the first page or the second page of that particular niche or product which have less than average reviews, and then you can read those reviews and go through those reviews and basically figure out what is the problem that people are facing and then solve that. Okay, so you can go out and talk to suppliers and see if you can solve those particular problems, and if you find supplier who can help you solve those problems easily, then basically you've made a great offer for yourself. So when you come in front of the customers with those fixes and with those updates in that product which you are making, then you can obviously get their attention, and eventually you can build a business around it and get sales. So yeah, it's not that difficult that way. That would be my strategy. I don't really look for I would obviously filter out the niche which has no mistakes in it and there's no scope of improvement. Of course, like there's no point in getting in there. You should try and get into a space wherein there's some scope of improvement. Alright, do you still pursue products you can't differentiate even if the sales? No. So Christopher, yeah, that's another good question, but I would not pick a product wherein I cannot add any value. Like I would never sell a product as it is. So I wouldn't sell a product exactly as a product that is already being sold on Amazon. That would not be smart. That would not be sustainable. In that scenario, anybody can just come and undermine my business, and I don't want to put myself in that situation. So I usually pick something which certainly has some scope of improvement. It may not be at launch, okay? It may not be with the first batch of products that I send to Amazon, but it certainly needs to have some scope of improvement. And my suppliers and I also pick a supplier who can help me with those improvements. So basically they should have an option of ODM, which means product customization. All right. So always pick a supplier who can help you with product improvements. Otherwise, you will just get into a spot where you just cannot do any improvements in the product except the packaging and color maybe. But then those are just sometimes not worth improving anything about. So yeah, I hope that clears that doubt for you, Christopher. Where are you from, by the way? Let me know. All right. Damn. It's good to come online and be around you guys. Awesome. Christopher, hey man, that's great. San Francisco, help me grow my channel over there. Like I think I am I don't know if you found answers in my questions, like answers from for your questions, but if you have, and if you appreciate the fact of these live streams that are there on my channel, and I come across doing them quite often, just help me grow my channel in San Francisco. I think that is one of the prominent places where people are searching for Amazon FBA. I was just looking at Google Trends and I was just trying to figure out where do people search for Amazon FBA. By the way, I don't know what location did I put. I think I put New York on this video. I try to put locations, different locations on my live streams now because that just helps me grow in those areas as well. So yeah, just help me grow my channel, brother. I would really appreciate it. That's the only thing that I want from you in return of my responses. Can you tell how can we increase product visibility on Amazon? Well, it's all about advertising. So you need to optimize your listing, of course, because if you do not optimize your listing and if you're advertising your product, then you would just not get indexed for a lot of keywords, okay? And if you don't get indexed for a lot of keywords, then eventually you will never become you will not be able to scoop in a lot of profits because you will always have to spend your ad budget. So if you are spending your ad budget and if you're running PPC ads, make sure your listings are optimized, because that way when you're running your ads and you convert for certain keywords, your product also gets indexed for those keywords, and therefore you will slowly start getting organic sales for those under those keyword searches by customers. So that's how you increase your visibility. That's kind of like the thumb rule over there. Ads plus indexing, and that's the game. Like there's no magic around it. Who else has joined? Let me know. Like even if you don't have a question, just say hi, and don't forget to sub my channel if you are watching this for the very first time. And if you have discovered my channel, increase YouTube visibility and differentiation. Best tip for you to, yeah, tell me, give me the tip. I would really appreciate any tips at this moment. I think doing these live streams also helps me differentiate my channel a little bit, because that's something I don't see a lot of people doing. What do you say? 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐴, just as a tip for you to increase your YouTube visibility and differentiate. Are you still typing? I did not receive. What was your tip? I'm really curious to know what was your tip, or what is your tip. Right. Wow, man. I wasn't expecting to stick around for this long, but since you guys came in, and it just made me it just made this video a lot more interesting than I was expecting it to be. I was just expecting myself to just come in, give you some update about the PPC course, and just walk away quickly. So yeah, by the way, since we are all here, let me just check if I haven't written anything wrong. Canada Masters PPC update. Yeah, totally. I don't think you can make out. So yeah, I basically did this in the morning today. So that's my to-do list for the day, right? And yeah, I got up very early today morning. I got up around 4 a.m. in the morning, finally, after a very long time. I was just struggling to get up at that moment, but I really like to get up at that time because I could do this. So that really clears the way for me throughout the day. I don't have to keep thinking about what do I need to do next. It's just all here. I just have to strike off my tasks. And I got up, I did this. The very first thing, I did not check any social media or YouTube or whatever. Like I just sat, turned on some instrumental music and just made my to-do. Then I went for workout. Then I came back, had a call with somebody right now, talking about Amazon FBA, and here I am. Christopher, I'm still waiting for your tip, man. Okay. You can post your Amazon store sales daily updates, give your opinion on why it's good and why. Absolutely, like that is what I'm gonna be doing. That's exactly what I was thinking yesterday. I think that is how I'm gonna be coming in more frequently on YouTube, because I'm gonna be making, you know, less production value videos by just coming in online live like this and just posting my sales numbers or something like that. So I would basically make different live streams. A few of my live streams could be about Q&A, and some of my live streams could be about a proper presentation and, you know, sharing a guide or whatever it is, a tutorial, and some of my a daily live stream around just a sales update or whatever is going on with me on Amazon. So yeah, I totally plan to do that. I would have shown you my sales numbers right now, because like I could have, but I'm using my phone for this live stream because it's just like the camera on the laptop is absolutely pathetic. And yeah, hopefully from next time onwards I'm going to be showing my screen on my phone, or I'll just get another phone. But yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you so much for that, Christopher. I really appreciate that thought, and that is exactly what I plan to do, because that would really probably add a lot more trust and probably help people forget about where am I from, if people are watching this from the West. Yeah. In external advertising, who is your favorite person to learn from YouTube? Well, right now I just keep a watch on, so all of the channels that I used to follow when I was starting out myself, they don't make any more YouTube videos probably, or if they do, they don't sell on Amazon themselves. So I've stopped following a lot of channels who do that. There were a lot of channels, I'm not going to name them, but a lot of sellers who are just like who used to sell and they build these courses, and now they're just not selling anything, they're just selling the courses. So I don't follow them. I follow Tim Sanders, that's one guy I follow because he actually sells in the market. I follow Matt Loberstein at times, but the problem with his videos is that there's sometimes just too less information and it's just storytelling. Sorry, but that's just an honest feedback. So I follow Matt, I follow what is his name, Tim Sanders, and I also sometimes look at Samer Brax's YouTube channel. That's a very difficult way to pronounce it, but yeah, that's where I look at it. Apart from that, I keep experimenting a lot on Amazon, and I just keep myself updated with whatever platform changes happen. So I think you should follow my channel as well, because I think I'm gonna be continuing to sell at least for the next 2 years. Okay, that's kind of like my plan. I might not be selling, I might not be selling directly on Amazon after that, because I don't want to just keep doing this. I have other business plans in the future which are just not relevant or to Amazon FBA as such. But yeah, that's kind of like the plan. But I'm gonna be around selling and sharing for a long time. In external advertising, YouTube unboxing, will it help a product? Yeah, Mr. Rao, I think you asked me a question. Yeah, so I do that. So I call it influencer marketing. I have sent out my products to influencers who have YouTube channels around my target audience. So I do that, and they have made some videos which have some decent number of views. I think one of them has above 5,000 views, and the other one got about 20k views last year. So yeah, you should definitely think about doing that, because it just helps you increase your brand presence. Might not necessarily get you sales directly, but it will definitely put you in front of a lot of people. Amazon India pre-launch. Pre-launch is always great, whether you're selling in India, US, Canada, UK, Australia, wherever. Pre-launch is always great, but you should really work hard to build that pre-launch strategy, because if you want to do a pre-launch but you just don't have your funnels figured out, or you're just spending dollars and not getting any value out of it, like in terms of customer information, customer hooks, probably subscriptions on your Facebook page, likes, whatever it is, like you need to be able to get back to those customers who interact with you in pre-launch. So yeah, that's a key element to keep in mind when you're doing or setting up your pre-launches. And my throat is very dry now. Alright guys, I hope that was valuable. I'm gonna cut it off now. It's already been 29 minutes. I think we started at 3 minutes, so it's gonna be 27 minutes of my video. Thank you so much for joining in. Please, before you leave the video, hit that thumbs up button because I would really appreciate it. Right. All right. Before I go, Venkat, I'm going to answer your question because you asked me here. If you're selling the US from any country, all right, whether it's India or any other third-party country, if you're selling the US from a country which is not the US, all you need to do is pay your income taxes. Okay. If you are just getting all the funds in your personal account, pay your income taxes. Okay, that's one way. The second way is that if you have a business setup, which you cannot do in India for the FBA model, but if you have a business setup, let's say you're from Singapore, you've set up your business and you're selling on the Amazon USA platform, and all your money gets credited to your business account, then you have to just file your taxes using a CPA in Singapore. So yeah, not very difficult. You just have to manage your profits and losses and keep all of your outgoing and incoming funds tracked somewhere, in a software, something like QuickBooks or something. But yeah, that's about it. Like, I wouldn't really do it myself. I would just hire somebody who can do it for me. So yeah, with that note, guys, I'm gonna be signing off. Signing off. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate everybody who has joined in and for your time. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you on my next live stream, and I'm going to be releasing the course tomorrow, so don't forget to check it out and share it with as many people as possible. And don't forget to keep a notepad and pen with you when you're watching the course, because you will have a lot of questions. I want you all to note those questions in a notebook like this and drop them in the comments before you leave the video. All right, that's all.